Hello everyone, welcome to Somya's Diary. I am Somyaranjan Pati. Today we will discuss about the major initiatives of Department of Food and Public Distribution. The department comes under Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. The department has a vision to ensure food security for all citizens of the country. To ensure food security, we have National Food Security Act 2013. Thus, in our country, food security is a right of the citizen, not a mere welfare measure. Though the Constitution does not mention a right to food under Article 21, that is right to life, it can be treated as a fundamental right. The food security means availability of the food should be there, then accessibility of the food should be there, then utilization and stability of food should be there. Thus, to meet the same, subsidized food is made available to the target group. The central government procures the food and made it available to the state government and union territories. The states have to implement the policy by identifying the beneficiary and distribute it through fair price shops. Thus, it involves food procurement, storage facility, as well as distribution network. To meet this, the department has a mission to procure at minimum support price, store food safely, and distribute properly. Now let's discuss about the objective of the department. The objective includes implementation of Food Securities Act, price support operation by efficient procurement and targeted public distribution system and development of warehouse. So we understood the Food Security Act. Now let's discuss about minimum support price system. The prime objective is to reduce distress sale. So what is distress sale? Take an example. Products are produced recently and amply available in the market. The price will be lower. The farmer is at distress and will try to sell it at a lower price to meet the financial need. However, MSP acts as a benchmark in the market. So instead of selling privately, the farmer will now try to sell it at MSP to the government agency. Thus, MSP reduces the farmer's distress. Also, food is procured to meet the obligation under National Food Security Mission. However, there is a problem. The transportation cost that may add to the procurement cost. So, what to do? The solution is decentralized procurement of food grain. Food is procured from the local farmer to avoid the. Then come to food stocking. There should be minimum amount of food so that the government can meet its obligation under the National Food Security Act and other obligation under different government schemes. Then the stock should meet the need of exigency conditions like a disaster. It can also be used for market intervention. So let's understand market intervention. If you are economic student, then you must be knowing about supply-demand equation. If there is less supply than demand, then the price will go. On the other hand, oversupply will reduce the price. So out of this stock, the government supply to the market if there is lean season or deficit are there. Thus it maintains the price level through intervention. Similarly, open market sale can be done to offload the excess stock to reduce the carrying cost of the food grain. Now, you got an overview of the food management. Apart from this, the department has an objective to promote sugar industry and development of warehousing sector. So let's explore the functioning of the department. The functioning of the department includes formulation and implementation of national policies. Those are related to procurement, movement, storage, and distribution of food grain. Similarly, implementation of public distribution system with a special focus on the poor. Then provision of food facilities for the maintenance of central services of food grain and promotion of scientific storage. Then The functions also include formulation of national policies related to export and import, buffer stocking, quality control, and specifications of food grain. Administration of food subsidies relating to rice, wheat, and coarse grain. Then policy matters related to sugar and sugarcane sector. Fixing the fair and remunerative price for sugarcane payable by sugar factories, development and regulation of sugar industry. And there is also the supply of sugar for PDS. Then the last function includes monitoring, price controlling and supply of the edible oil. So, in order to carry out these functions, department has 3 subordinate office, 1 attached office, 3 central public sector enterprises and 1 regulatory authority. Directorate of Sugar and Vegetable Oil, that is one the attached office, and Food Corporation of India is the regulatory authority. So that's all for today. I hope you got an overview of the department and its function. If you like the content, please subscribe to it and share it to your friends. Also, try to attempt this question given in this screen and send it to me for free evaluation. You can find the link for sharing in my website somyasdiary.com. Thank you very much.